More straight talk with Trent on Girls Can Tell.
There's a very specific emotional state that seems to hit people harder than any other when it comes to dating. It's not Friday night loneliness, getting ghosted, or a bad date. It's Sunday night. That quiet, low-grade dread that shows up somewhere between 8 and 11 p.m. when your week is basically over, your energy's gone, and your brain suddenly decides to review your entire love life. That's when the apps feel the worst. That's when your ex looks the most appealing. That's when everyone you've ever dated starts suddenly feeling like the one that got away. That's when you start questioning all your standards, your choices, your age, your future, your face, your personality, and your entire existence. And the conclusion always feels the same. Something's wrong with me. What it is fatigue. It's a fatigued state on Sunday nights, and when your brain is tired, your brain lies to you. Sunday night hits different because it's when three things converge at the same time: mental exhaustion, emotional depletion, anticipation anxiety about the week ahead. You spent the whole week working, making decisions, regulating your mood, dealing with people, being on. Your nervous system is cooked. Your cognitive defenses are down, so the brain starts doing what tired brains do best. It scans for unresolved threats. And for most of us, dating and relationships are the biggest unresolved threat in their life, more than career, money, or health. So when your system is depleted, that's the file it opens because it's the loudest. This is why you can feel relatively fine all week, and suddenly on Sunday night, you're convinced you're behind, missed your window, that everybody else has it figured out, you're running out of time, and you're going to end up alone. That's fatigue talking. Sunday night, you open the apps. Because you're bored, tired, and slightly panicked, you swipe half-heartedly, you check who hasn't texted you back, you reread old conversations, you look at couples on social media, maybe you stalk your ex, and the internal narrative starts forming. Why isn't this working? Why does everybody lose interest? Why does this feel harder for me than everyone else? Am I too picky? Am I not enough? Did I screw something up? It becomes a low-grade emotional audit of your entire romantic history. But notice something important. You're never doing this on Sunday night from a position of strength. You're doing it from a position of low energy, low dopamine, low self-regulation, high comparison, high rumination. That's the worst possible mental state to draw conclusions about your worth or your future. It's like trying to evaluate your fitness level while you're sick with the flu. The data is contaminated. There's a reason why your brain goes after love when you're tired. Attachment is one of the strongest emotional systems we have. It's wired to detect loss and rejection faster than almost anything else. So when your nervous system is depleted, it looks for, where am I not safe? Where am I still alone? And it projects that anxiety forward into the future. If I haven't solved this by now, I never will. If this hasn't worked yet, it won't. If I were different, it would be easier. But again, that's stress forecasting. It's trying to create a story that matches how you feel in that moment. And Sunday night feelings almost always are distorted because they're coming from fatigue, not from actual truth. This is also why Sunday night is prime time for missing exes, because exes represent something familiar. Your brain remembers being seen, being held, being texted, and just having a person who cared about you. When you're tired, an unfamiliar future feels dreadful, and a familiar past feels safe. So your mind conveniently edits the relationship. It deletes the fights, forgets the boredom, dulls the resentment, and doesn't remember all the reasons you left. And it keeps the inside jokes, the way they said your name, and the comfort of not being alone. Sunday night nostalgia is so powerful because your nervous system wants relief. The most important thing in this entire episode is to never make dating decisions when you're tired. Not about texts, breakups, or reconciliations. Not about lowering your standards, messaging them, or deciding to just settle. Sunday night is for data collection. If a thought feels urgent or emotional after 9 p.m. on Sunday, it gets put away immediately, because tired brains confuse loneliness with incompatibility. And how people end up texting exes, reinstalling apps, lowering boundaries, chasing people who already showed low interest, and making emotional decisions they regret by Tuesday. If Sunday nights consistently wreck you, try this instead in a practical adult way. No app usage after a certain hour. Pick a time. 9 p.m. is a pretty good one. After that, dating apps are closed. Replace analysis with grounding. Walk, take a shower, eat something, stretch. Do something physical that brings you back into your body. Write down thoughts. Don't act on them. If your brain is spiraling, dump it into notes. Read it again in daylight. Half of it will sound insane. Judge your dating life on Wednesday, not Sunday. Midweek, you're more regulated, rational, and more accurate. Sunday night is emotional. Wednesday's when you're thinking clearer. Most people hate dating while exhausted, trying to connect while burnt out, and swiping when their self-esteem is low. And then they start thinking this is how it's going to be, that they're bad at this or that something's wrong with them. No, you're just tired. And tired brains are pessimistic, catastrophizing, and can't stand uncertainty. So if tonight is Sunday night and you're spiraling about your love life, don't draw life conclusions from low energy states or make relationship decisions from emotional exhaustion. Your dating life doesn't need to be solved tonight. Your future doesn't need to be figured out tonight. What you need is sleep, regulation, and distance from your own thoughts. Most dating clarity comes from rest. And if nothing else, remember that if a thought feels devastating on Sunday night, there's about a 70% chance that it'll feel manageable by Wednesday, which means it was never the truth. If you guys ever have a question or want to hit me up, you can always email me at girlscantellpodcast@gmail.com or on all the socials at Trent Erickson. And I'll be sure to get back to you and maybe even feature you on the show. Is that how we end it? I think so. Holly wants to go for a you-know-what, but I'm not going to say the word because then she's going to get all crazy. But it's spelled W-A-L-K. I hope she can't learn to spell. Okay.